how to moonwalk. The input, it's going to be kind of simple. It's just going to be that.
If we play loud, people might think we're good. Everybody ready? And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3, 4.
And we're going to show the properties first. So here's just the moonwalk input. You can just kind of do it. You get a little more movement if you're moving versus just standing still, because it takes preserved momentum, and that's why you get more distance on your moonwalk after you're coming out of a movement. So melee does kind of preserve your momentum, it keeps it alive. So one of the applications of this is if you're coming near a ledge, you can do that as a mix-up to grab the ledge. It's not necessarily the fastest thing you can do, but it does look really fucking cool. It is possible to hit it by walking and then hitting the input, but it's kind of tricky to do. Let me see if I can do it. There it is. Well, anyways, there we go. So you can kind of do like a wave dash into a walk, and it gets kind of easier to do because the walk will preserve some of your wave dash momentum. So that's kind of an easier way to grab ledge, but obviously it will dissipate after a little while. So you're going to want to moonwalk whenever you're out of your opponent's threat range. One of the big benefits of kind of hitting a moonwalk is it turns your character around. A lot of characters really benefit from just facing backwards to their opponents. If you are moonwalking in your opponent's face, that means that you have created space. That means you could have hit them at some point, and they realize that, and they are most likely shielding, and that's how you're getting away with moonwalking right in their face. And this will also elicit some panic options.
I messed up. I messed up!
So why did that work? Basically, whenever you're ripping a moonwalk, you are passing your directional stick through the gate right here. The way that the inputs in Melee work, you're technically pressing 3 inputs when you move from like here to all the way down to here. So it's a very tiny little window there. It's the same thing with this direction, this direction, this direction. The diagonals only count. This is only one direction technically here that you're pressing in the game's code. But if you're doing any of these, it'll technically you're pressing 3 different directions with that tiny little wiggle input. And that's how you can get your SDI. If you're mid moonwalk, you can actually get an SDI down and then get a punish out of that. There are other mix-ups to this, like sticky walking, for instance. That's not fully committing, so you're going to be like tricking your opponent there. And that's going to make them think you're going to go in, but then you don't. And then you can turn around and do anything you want, or you can throw your back air. You can prompt some sort of, they're going to come out and try to get you. They're going to pick some sort of option. But that's very important on the mix-up game of moonwalking, and why you're going to be moonwalking is to change timings. This was the piece of advice that made moonwalking work for me. Just make a Nike swoosh. And that worked for me. And suddenly I was able to moonwalk. The way that I came upon that advice was I attended lots of tournaments. I talked to people about it, fellow moonwalkers, and I just asked for their advice. It took me years to be able to moonwalk. It was actually one of the first things I wanted to learn how to do. Just as a casual Melee player, I was like, oh my god, this looks really cool. I just want to hit this. I don't care about being good or anything. I just want to hit this because it looks really sick. And that was really what put me on the moonwalking path, the moonwalking journey, was just, hey, this looks sick. I want to be able to do that. Some of the fun things you can do with moonwalking are you can head to the ice climbers level, and you can really have a lot of fun on the ice. It'll definitely show you like how good you're doing with handling your preserved momentum. You can also use the bunny hood, and you can see if you're doing frame perfect moonwalks. You can see how many you can chain together, and you'll definitely go super far with it, and it'll be a lot of fun. It's about keeping your character active and keeping your motion alive. It's about the preservation of momentum. So keep it up!